Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. We are the podcast that turns your ideas into an amazing adventure every single day. You know, we couldn't even exist without imaginations from kids just like you. So if you have an idea for a story, I'd love to see it. Check down in the show notes below for how you can submit your own story idea, and maybe we'll turn it into an awesome adventure. And parents, if you're new to kids podcasting, I want to challenge you to listen to podcasting for 5 days in a row with your kids. It's going to increase their imagination, decrease screen time, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Are you guys ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! Delia was a dancer with a special kind of magic. She was able to spin around above the ground on silks of her own making. But while other aerial dancers also used silks to spin around above the ground, Delia's magic gave her a special advantage. She didn't just make silks, she shot them out of her hands. Wow. Because of this, Delia was not only able to spin and glide through the air on silks, she could make them appear wherever she wanted. "That's amazing!" the other dancers would say. "Do it again!" Some would even make special requests. "Make them pink and sparkly!" And then Delia would laugh and shoot them right out of her fingers to her friends' delight. One day, Delia was swinging and practicing her moves, shooting out silks in every color of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Delia sang out as each beautifully colored silk left her hand. She was swinging faster and faster from silk to silk when she lost track of her rainbow. Red, orange, green? Wait, that's not right. As Delia paused, trying to remember the next color, she looked around. Where am I? She wondered. All around, she saw large green trees. There were long vines that stretched from the tops of the tree canopies to the wet, rocky ground below. She heard birds tweeting and cawing all around, and the rustling of other animals throughout the bushes below. Somehow, Delia had swung her skills all the way to the jungle. I better find someone to help me, thought Delia. She began swinging towards the rustling in the bushes. When Delia approached, she saw something orange peeking through the green leaves. It was as large as a dog and cheesy. "Hello?" called down Delia. "Hello, can you help me?" A growl was the only reply. "Grrr," growled the creature, and then it pounced. "Ah!" Delia screeched as the orange, cheesy creature exploded from the bush, reaching up towards her. It was a Cheeto cheetah? Delia shot a silk at the Cheeto cheetah as it tried again to reach her. The silk hit the creature in the belly and began to wrap it up. Now it was a Cheeto burrito. Delia sighed in relief. Oh, that was close. But as soon as she said it, more bushes began to shake, and a low rumbling sounded through the air. "Oh dear, I gotta get out of here," said Delia, as she took off swinging towards a river. As the fastest animal in the jungle, the Cheeto cheetahs were right under Delia the whole time. They leaped and snapped their cheesy jaws at her silks. Delia used her flips and spins to confuse the cheetahs. When she reached the river, she did a leaping split to the silk dangling above the middle of it just as Cheeto cheetah bounded at her heels. "Grrr!" roared the cheetah as it missed and landed splash in the water. Delia watched the cheetah float away down the river. Ooh, yuck, soggy Cheetos. Just when Delia thought she was safe, she heard splashing in the river behind her. Clutching her silk, she turned around. What? Pizza? Said a confused Delia. Floating slowly towards her were slices of pizza. There was a cheese, pepperoni, and pineapple slice. They started to slowly circle her from below when she noticed the cheese slice had a tail. What? Pizza slices don't have tails? Now she could see the tails on the other slices too. And when she looked back at the pepperoni slice, she saw a row of teeth just underneath the layer of cheese. And pizzas don't have teeth, she shouted. The pizza slices responded by snapping their sharp teeth up towards her. They weren't just pizza slices. They were pizza alligators! Holy smokes, what kind of jungle is this place? Delia tried shooting her silks at them like she did with the Cheeto cheetahs, but it didn't work. The pizza gators chomped the silks in their mouths or dodged them, diving underwater while the silks landed harmlessly on the top. She heard more splashing and looked past the two pizza gators waiting for her below. Headed up the river towards her were more pizza alligators, and riding on their backs were the Cheeto cheetahs. It's time to kick it up a notch, Delia shouted. She reached inside to where her magic lived. The type of magic she needed was tricky and required concentration, but Delia believed in herself. It's time for some hot Cheetos! She shouted as she held her hands out, shooting not only silks, but now hot lava out of her fingers. Hot lava flew at the Cheeto cheetahs, knocking them off the pizza alligators. The lava cooled to rock when it landed in the river, trapping the cheetahs that fell in. The pizza gators were running out of places to swim now that there were cooling lava rocks all around. They reached their big jaws up towards Delia as she swung overhead. Delia shot silks at the pizza gators' jaws, and this time, the silks wrapped them shut before they could chomp them. Delia continued to swing away, high above the jungle ground. She caught sight of her rainbow silks from earlier and followed them out of the jungle and back home. Holy Toledo! Wow, that was wild. I've never been to a jungle like that before. Have you? Wow, she's going to need to be a little bit more careful next time to make sure that she doesn't get eaten by some pizza alligators or some Cheeto cheetahs. Well, friends, that may be the end of the story, but it's only just the beginning of the amazing adventures that lie ahead for Delia.
Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drumroll, please. Happy birthday, Silas, who's turning 6 years old. Silas is a collector of really cool rocks, a talented student of jiu-jitsu, and he's Mr. Jim's #1 fan. Wow, Silas, I'm so glad we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 6th birthday. Well, my friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Bye.